Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Kit Conspiracy that MK and I are doing this month. This week we are focusing on the 49 and Market Little Celebrations with one of the packs from Little Dreamer collection. It is also Rainbow Crush today, and we are supposed to be using neutrals, and good thing this entire collection is fairly neutral. So I'm calling it good because, like I said, the entire collection is pretty much neutral. Even the peachy color and the blue color are very faded out and lend themselves to a neutral composition or neutral color palette. I am using the frames from the die cut pack, and I've got 4 photos that have been color corrected for because they are quite old. They're from 1967, actually 1968. These are pictures of my brother when he was 3 months old, and so I thought I would go ahead and document these or get these in the album. The original photos were on a frame on my mom's wall, and they are super faded, super yellowed, and rather brittle. So one of my dear friends has taken it on the challenge and corrected the photos for me. She is really good at that, and I am not so great at that. So yeah, I'm very thankful to her for doing that for me. And I'm just inking up everything pretty much because, like I said, this is a very neutral palette. Everything to me feels very, all of the saturation levels of color feel very similar to me. So there's not a lot of depth of color for what I like. And so I'm pretty much, like I said, inking up every single thing to give a little bit more saturation of color and to make things pop just a little bit more than they currently are popping. So I did use a little bit of, I think I pulled out some walnut stain first, and then I added a little black on top of the walnut stain, and I think I end up using a bit of ground espresso to really make things pop. It's a little bit of a darker, blacker brown, if you will, and it really helped to kind of make things pop out. I did have to stretch that middle frame, as you saw there, so that I could get it so it was a little taller than the outer 2 frames to give a little bit more visual interest in movement across the page, giving things different heights. And I'm liking how it's looking. I've got it so the photos and the frames there are all one piece, so I can lift them up and move them around as one unit. I really like doing that with my photos if I've got a lot of layers, because that helps me to not have to keep moving all of the different layers and replacing all of the different layers. I can kind of move the whole thing as one big piece, and I really like the way that works. Now I did pull out the rub-ons for this collection, and I am going to go ahead and give it a bit of a texture up in the upper right hand corner here by using some of the rub-ons with the text in it, and I'm liking how that's looking. There is some text in the background of the paper on the left hand side, so I kind of wanted to bring that across to the right hand side as well. And the papers are really beautiful. I love the way that they look, and so I didn't really want to layer a whole bunch of papers up. I just kind of left them as they were. And I know a lot of people do love to do a lot of paper layering. I also love a lot of paper layering, but sometimes when your papers are just beautiful enough, I don't want to always cut them apart. And so in this case, I decided I wasn't going to cut them. I'm just kind of leaving them as is. And a lot of the work is done for you, so you don't have to feel like you have to do a lot of paper layering to give you a lot of interest in your background, because the paper, like I said, has all of it on it for you. And just adding those rub-ons kind of just brought the lower left to the upper right, and that's kind of the visual I'm going with for my embellishments as well, although I will have some in the middle towards the bottom of those photos that are in the middle. So I used these tickets. I really like them. I thought they were super cute, and so I'm going to use those right across the bottom of the photos here. And yes, they are on the photos. Do I mind? No, like I said, these are reproduction and color corrected, so I have digital copies, so I'm not worried about it. If they were my only copy, well, if they were my only copy, I wouldn't be using them. I would be scanning them in and fixing them like has already been done. In fact, the originals are much larger than this. I don't know if they're they must be 5x7, because I don't think they had 6x8 back then as a photo. I mean, we don't really have 6x8 as a photo option normally anyway. I mean, it's not a standard size, I don't think. Although I know you can print in 6x8 and put it in a page protector in a 6x8 album. So who knows? Anyway, so these I believe were 5x7s, long story short. And so they are now down to a 3x4, but they're super cute. Even if you print them at a 5x7, they're going to come out really good because of the quality of work that my friend did on them. So while I am going ahead and putting some layers down here, I want to remind you there are a bunch of people playing along with Rainbow Crush. There is a list down below, so you can check out that. It's a playlist. You can check out the playlist down below and go and give everybody a little bit of love, or see how they are using neutrals this month. You can also check out MK's channel for Kit Conspiracy. She is using the same products that I am using this week, and it's always fun to see how we do things differently because, you know, that's just the way our minds work, very differently. And so it'll be fun to see what she's done as well. So everything is linked down below for you in case you are interested in that. And I am just about done. I am actually probably on the phone with MK, or I think I was on the phone with MK at the time. And so I was just showing that to her so she could see what I did. And then I decided I wanted to put a number 3 on this because in the photo my brother is 3 months old and I didn't have a title. That is one thing that's kind of lacking in this collection. There's no title-y bits. So I'm just putting a 3 on it, and then there will be a little journaling about him being 3 months old. Although I did not really like the way that it looked. I cut it out of a book paper, and then I also cut it out of a wood grain. I didn't feel like the book paper was dark enough. And I am inking it up to even darken it even further to kind of bring the color of the teddy bear up to the upper right hand corner. And it's got a little of a bit of a reddish brown, even though it's not red. The brown kind of lends itself to a red tone. So I rubbed a little bit of red over it just to kind of make it match just a bit better. And then I am going to use the book plate piece that I cut the number 3 out of as well, kind of as a shadow effect. And then I'm going to stack it up right here on the back of the little toy truck. That is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you would consider subscribing as well. Thank you for spending time with me and watching today. Don't forget to go and give everybody else a little bit of love. And I will be back again real soon with another video, probably on Friday. So come back and check out Friday's video using this same collection. So trying to use this collection at least 3 times. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.